dropped, dazed, floored, laid out, slumped, staggered, put to sleep. There are many ways to say it, but the result is the same: a knockout. It's one of our favorite moments in all of the sports, and the UFC delivers more than anyone else.
Heavy left. Now he's down.
Love a technical ground battle as much as you can, but a destructive, devastating stoppage remains the most electrifying sight in MMA.
Chance and risk getting knocked out.
Since the UFC started in 1993, there's been numerous fight-ending sequences that cause live crowds to gasp, viewers at home to stand bolt upright, and fighters to drop flat on their backs.
Oh my, elbows in number by Goodridge, and that is it.
The ones in this video may not be the most aesthetic or skillful knockouts, but these are without a doubt the most violent KOs in MMA history. Ones that change a person's career.
A lot of head movement from Edwards here, Joe.
Ones that leave a guy on his back for many minutes before being taken out on a stretcher. These are the ones that make you fear the victim is dead. So, what are the most violent and scariest knockouts in MMA history? Let's watch. Welcome to the age of MMA. Enjoy this video. Number 15, Punahele Soriano shined in his UFC debut with a crushing knockout of Oscar Piahota. It didn't take long for Soriano to show UFC fans his promising punching power, as he leveled Piahota with a left-right combination that sent the Polish fighter to the canvas. Soriano followed up with heavy ground and pound before Piahota utilized a Kimura attempt to return to his feet. That's when Soriano found a home for a beautiful left hook that instantly cut off the lights and had Piahota slumped along the cage.
Standing Kimura. Oh, he lost it. Puna might want to try to stand up here. Have recovered, but his head is still right there. That's it.
Huge knockout to begin his UFC career.
Number 14, Valentina Shevchenko puts Jessica Ai to rest. MMA fighter Valentina Shevchenko delivered a perfectly executed and truly terrifying head kick knockout during UFC 238. She landed the match-ending kick to the top of Jessica Ai's head, thereby defending Shevchenko's flyweight title. The kick left Ai unconscious on the canvas for several minutes while the medical team attended to her. When Ai finally rose after a long and scary wait, Shevchenko and the crowd applauded. The two fighters even hugged before leaving the octagon. The KO happened in the second round during the fight at United Center in Chicago. Shevchenko owned the first round as well.
Ladies, I need you to protect yourself at all times. Jessica Ai is in the blue, Valentina Shevchenko in the black and gold.
Jessica seems stuck under her.
Oh, head kick is it.
Valentina Shevchenko with a huge highlight tonight. The ever-respectful Shevchenko.
Number 13, Jared Cannonier destroys Derek Brunson with savage elbows. Brunson attempted to continue his momentum with an immediate takedown in round 2. Cannonier got back to his feet though and landed a number of solid punches that seemed to take the steam out of Brunson. The takedown attempts for Brunson went by the wayside, and he struggled to find the range on his punches and kicks. Cannonier grew in confidence as time ticked off the clock, and he landed a huge elbow that rocked Brunson with less than 1 minute left. Cannonier took Brunson down and landed some vicious elbows from side control to knock his opponent out cold.
Just really changing the finish. Look at that flexibility. He gets him down. Nice. He gives you that takedown look. Almost got it there. He got it. Very nice. Yeah. Beautiful overstep there by Brunson. Jared is protecting his own.
Cannonier also made it clear that he should fight next for the middleweight title. I want to say this while I look Dana in the eye. Hey Dana, look at me. Quit distracting, Dana. Get him. Dana, I want that shot next. I get that shot next. It's me, nobody else. Me.
Well, I want to say this while looking Dana in his eye. Hey Dana, look at me. Hey, quit distracting Dana. Get Dana, get him. Dana, I want that shot next. I get the shot next. It's me, nobody else, me. Okay? All right.
Number 12, Francis Ngannou beats Alistair Overeem via vicious first-round KO at UFC 218. Ngannou unleashed a massive left hook that instantly turned out the lights and announced himself as one of the most dangerous men in the division. The blow turned Alistair Overeem into a human Pez dispenser. Ngannou's uppercut from hell snapped back his rival's head, rendering him instantly unconscious. Before the Predator pounced to add a bonus hammer fist. Total pulverization in only the second minute of the fight.
Francis Ngannou with an opportunity to join that mix tonight. And for Alistair Overeem, his 60th professional MMA fight.
Alistair runs at him with a left hook. Very interesting. Alistair's clinch.
Not a lot of people burning up Nick Maynard's phone to try to get a matchup with Ngannou. Oh! Goes the Reem! Francis Ngannou has arrived! Paging Stipe Miocic. Francis Ngannou is coming.
Good Lord.
Number 11, Holly Holm ends the menace of Ronda Rousey. The kick heard around the world. Rousey was already busted up when Holm swung her foot violently into the champ's neck, at which point Ronda decided it was time for a nice lie down. UFC 193 was supposed to be another celebration of Ronda Rousey's dominance. Instead, Holly Holm flipped the script and made it a historic night. This remains one of the biggest upsets in the history of women's sports and ended the one-woman show in UFC women's division. Holm fired down blows to confirm the upset, but at least Rousey learned not to stand and trade with a striker, a lesson she took into her fight with Amanda Nunes, right? Oh. Number 10. Masvidal ends Askren in seconds. Jorge Masvidal knocked out Ben Askren with a sensational flying knee just 5 seconds into their bout at UFC 239. Masvidal delivered the fastest knockout in UFC history in jaw-dropping fashion. After listening to the opening bell while touching his own fence, Masvidal took 3 running steps out of his corner and sailed directly into the face of Askren, 19-1, who had never been beaten in his 10-year pro mixed martial arts career.
Gamebred is in the building, and these guys just flapping gums at each other any chance they get. The fight clock is brought to you by Modelo. One of the greatest knockouts you'll ever see! Askren stiff as a...
Number 9. Kevin Lee's brutal head kick leaves Grigor Gillespie stiff and unconscious. Kevin Lee's head kick was so powerful that it left his opponent stiff, unconscious, and on the floor at UFC 244 on Saturday. And the knockout was so nasty that the UFC rewarded Lee with a $50,000 bonus. A perfect 2-strike combo unless your name is Grigor Gillespie. Lee's overhand right to the temple, then kick to the jaw left Gillespie falling backwards like he wanted to sit on an invisible chair. A final fist to the chest helped nail the case shut.
Motown phenom Kevin Lee, representing Detroit, Michigan, taking on the native New Yorker Greg Gillespie.
Kevin Lee, at least on paper, is a superior striker. Both men are very prepared for the techniques. The jabs are really working. Gillespie's facing
Number 8. Gabriel Gonzaga Crow-Copped Mirko Crow Cop. This was Crow Cop's second bout in the UFC after knocking out Eddie Sanchez at UFC 67 just 2 months ago. This fight was a heavyweight title eliminator and was the closest Crow Cop ever came to UFC gold. Crow Cop was supposed to be the first round specialist, but Gonzaga sprung one of the GOAT out of nowhere upsets when the Brazilian unleashed a vicious head kick. The sound of the connection is sickening before Mirko crumples to the mat, totally unconscious, having swallowed a mean taste of his own medicine.
Throwing a straight right hand to Gonzaga.
Was a lack of respect coming into this fight. Very nice catch and takedown. Mirko looks tentative though.
Number 7. Sam Stout sends Yves Edwards to oblivion. Canadian lightweight Sam Hands of Stone Stout knocked out veteran Yves Edwards with a vicious left hook on the undercard of UFC 131 on Saturday. Edwards toppled backwards and didn't move. Stout, 15-4-1, close for the kill but held back from punching when he saw Edwards was motionless, his arms outstretched like he had been dropped from 50 stories.
A veteran of 10 fights inside the octagon, Sam Hands of Stone Stout. A lot of head movement from Edwards here, Joe. Huge knockout for Sam Stout. Wow. Eve lands and then wow. The left hook he loves.
Edward remained on his back with 4 people working on him as Stout was interviewed in the cage after the fight. Number 6. Joaquin Buckley bamboozles Impa Kasagane. UFC middleweight Joaquin Buckley may have made himself into a star with one swiftly improvised kick during his fight against Impa Kasanganay. After successfully blocking a head kick from Buckley, Kasanganay grabbed hold of Numensa's leg. Realizing he could act on the opportunity, Buckley packed a punch and executed a near-perfect spinning kick that sent Kasanganay to the canvas. Buckley's knockout of Impa Kasanganay sent shockwaves across the MMA community.
Joaquin Numensa Buckley!
When I seen that opportunity, I took it. That one kick for that one chance to change my whole entire life. I seen that window of opportunity and I made sure to explode it.
The video of the knockout went viral and became the most viewed clip on UFC's Instagram account, a record which would eventually be broken by a video of Conor McGregor riding a bicycle.
Too much power. Da 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 da. It's the D-O-double-G.
Number 5. Dan Henderson H-bombs Michael Bisping. Dangerous Dan's titanic right hand would have flattened a bison, let alone a wild Bisping. But it's the side of the Brit's head bouncing off the mat, then Hendo's flying forearm to his jaw, that makes this the most savage UFC finish ever. We're just glad Bisping came out of it okay, even if he doesn't remember a second of it, probably for the best.
Henderson trying to hunt down his opponent. There's that big right hand. Swing and a miss. Man, Henderson's looking to load up.
And that's what he does. He's got vicious power in that right hand. And that's what he had to worry about, Mike. We just said it. He was circling towards that direction. He ran right into the big right hand of Dan Henderson. He is still out cold.
Number 4. Edson Barboza kicks Terry Ateem's brains out. Achievement unlocked, soul taken. Somehow Barboza's spinning wheel kick was so powerful it didn't make Ateem's body flop to the canvas. It made it go stiff as wood and fall like a tree. We're just grateful the fight was stopped instantly before Britain's Ateem had to face any further punishment from Barboza's adamantium heel.
And here we go. For 3 5-minute rounds. And he has it. This time he gets it. Look at that beautiful sweep. Wow, excellent butterfly. Fights in the first round. Shoots the takedown again. Stuffed by Barboza with it. And it must be thinking, Mike, that he's got it. Read here, the 1-1-2. Chance and risk getting knocked out. Let's go! Maybe the most spectacular knockout in UFC history.
Number 3. Gary Goodridge tears Paul Herrera's head. Goodridge might have the most creative knockout on this list. Just as the play-by-play commentator was praising Herrera for his grappling skills, Goodridge caught him in a human crucifix and started feeding him elbows to the side of his head, ending the fight 13 seconds in. Old school. Herrera's unique skill of getting himself stuck in a crucifix position in just 10 seconds was remarkable. Big Daddy Goodridge needed no invite and rained down approximately 8 consecutive elbows.
One thing you don't see, Bruce, underneath that gi is a set of arms that is huge. He clearly is way more powerful than Paul Herrera.
And quickly Herrera shoots the leg.
And Herrera's a very good grappler here.
Oh my, elbows in number by Goodridge, and that is it. Goodridge went pounding to Herrera's head.
Number 2, Warlley Alves obliterates Sergio Moraes. Utter destruction from Alves, who followed up the exquisite flying knee with a kind of uppercut MMA fighters see in their worst nightmares. Alves went to the body with a punch, hurting Moraes. Moraes was backed up and looking spent. He soon found himself trapped against the cage. Alves attempted to jump knee but didn't land clean. That would foreshadow the finish. However, later in the round, another jump knee from Alves did connect. Moraes was stunned. Some follow-up strikes sealed the deal, and Warlley Alves had the finish. Number 1, Mike Davis vs. Thomas Gifford. Mike Davis had an impressive showing against Thomas Gifford in Tampa, Florida, but the story of the fight wasn't his performance. Davis put on a serious beating on Gifford, eventually taking him out within just 15 seconds left in the fight. A battered Gifford was in survival mode for most of the fight and had nothing left to give.
No man, no fighter, no real fighter live on TV is going to say to the world, no, I don't want to fight anymore. Right. I want to quit. That's the coach's job. It's the coach's job to say, you know what, son, unfortunately, tonight's not your night, and I know it's going to break your heart. I know you want to go out there and continue to fight, but you're going to lose this fight anyway.
His corner opted not to throw in the towel, and the referee let Gifford continue. MMA community was in uproar after horrible refereeing saw Thomas Gifford take unnatural punishment. Gifford took an extreme amount of punishment in the first 2 rounds of the fight.
The referee's job is to protect the fighter, and right now it's one-way traffic. This isn't a fight. I'm sorry, Thomas.
It was unnatural the number of body shots he took, and the fight should have been called off by either the referee or Gifford's corner. Neither happened, and with seconds remaining in the final round, Gifford was knocked out in the last round with a final shot.
Still in there and on his feet now for the final 20 seconds, but for how long? Heavy left. Now he's down.
While it was a really good performance by Mike Davis, Gifford took way more punishment than he should have. And it was not taken lightly by the MMA community, including some of the biggest fighters in the UFC. Alright, so which one of these brutal knockouts was your favorite? Do tell us in the comment section, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel and KO that bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Peace out.